Hey everyone, it's Kai and I'm back home. As you can see, not on the road anymore, but that's weird, right? Because usually don't you do top decks at Kelvin's or with Kelvin? Where is he, right? Well, Kelvin is kind of busy these couple of weeks, so we might not see him, but don't worry, he's still looking at your decks because he's the one that actually compiles these. So yeah, give him a shout out if you want. But there's still decks to go on every week, so we have to go through it. So I'll be going through them kind of like solo and just, you know, I guess commenting on it, right? Commenting on, unless it's Gandeeva's. If it's all Gandeeva's, then I don't know. Surprisingly, this week has a huge split, and I think we get to see some of the differences between maybe the English and the Japanese meta a bit. At least a bit, right? So first off, surprisingly, we do have is Eugene. So no Nirvana, but we have Eugene, which is, does this deck even exist? Pretty interesting from Japan as well. A bit of a mishmash of a lot of things, but the one thing that that makes this and Gandeeva pretty much similar is that you know, it runs Best Harvest, right? Best Harvest carrying decks looks like through the new and the old, right? I mean, I guess Eugene is the original Best Harvest deck, but surprisingly, no Dragon Empire OT or anything like that. It's a bit weird deck, but look, it's the first Eugene we've seen in a while, right? Next we have is just a couple of Overlords. So this was actually a Western build from Alatis. Came second at Geek Headquarters Standard Shop Challenge and went 4-0. And then in Swiss, and then lost in the finals in Top Cut. So yeah, and he said he got this deck around 2 days ago. So it's doing well for a 2-day-old deck. But at the same time, it's Overlord. So if you want a new deck, you can probably... I actually don't know how expensive these PRs now. But, you know, if you want a simple deck to just get into the game with without really thinking, you can have Gandeeva, or you can have this, right? If you're a guy that misses every single Gandeeva check like me, then maybe Overlord is the better deck for you, right? But it's just a straightforward deck that just works, yeah? So congrats. We have a few of these, we have a Japanese Overlord here as well. Again, right, they're in set 12 meta, but it's still working. And then quite a few here too. Another one here running with the OT returners, not OT, ride line returners that just give an extra defensive. But it's just finding different ways to give you yourself some extra defensive power, right? Because the core is just so strong. And then yeah, the last deck here as well is just pretty much the same. One returner here, one ride line returner seems to be the meta call, right? The meta. So I think that's pretty nice. And then you can see the Regulus here, the Evergreen Regulus. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. Overlord's still showing up, at least on the local level. And I guess, you know, we do see it on tournaments as well, right? Because if everyone's on Gandeeva, that means Overlord is that nice diversity push. Yep. Bavs recently got some support. So as we can see, a couple of just... I guess they're still trying to figure out the correct weapon lineup. I see a lot of people running one of the how do you call it? The halberd? Is it correct? One halberd seems to be the correct call. Still 4 spears, because spears is just insane, right? But one halberd, also 3 Vailord, I think are the main takeaways from this deck. And then this guy, though, is running 3 halberds. So 3 halberds, that seems a bit excessive, I'm not gonna lie. 3 halberds is pretty crazy, and 4 Vailords. So that lineup is a bit different too. 2 of the ride line returners as well. And then the last Bavs deck we have today is, let me zoom in because we can. We got like 3 Vailords again, 1 mate, 1 halberd, I mean, so like, I guess, yeah, I think that lineup is the most commonly seen. That's pretty much it. So we'll see how it develops later on, like in the future, if this lineup will change. But I think these are the main things to see, and the rest is just what 2s you like, the new grade 2, you know, some of the old ones too. So yeah, I think the rest is just kind of like the beat sticks that you want to put in the deck. Moving on to the Gandeevas. So yeah, I guess you can kind of guess which deck has the most showing this week at locals and other tournaments. You can start guessing now. We're gonna, you know, it's convenient that we are going with Gandeeva already. So maybe that will give you some hints. Or is this a red bait? Is it red bait? No, red herring, right? It's a red herring. A bunch of Gandeevas. This is set 12 Gandeeva. As you can see, this new grade 3 is just really good, right? You run like multitudes of it. The 4-bit-all is a new tech that people have been talking about because you have 2 grade 3s that are good. And this is where Gandeeva is headed to. Interesting grade 1 that normally isn't seen. 3 Bosons as well. So when you see like this many Boson, I think you automatically realize that the deck is not like the standard build, because it's not even running the new grade 3 as well. So this is kind of a weird one. More here, Brachioforce, right? Very, very cool. Yeah, you see multiple 3s, literally one bosun again. That's where the bosuns should be. We got Sendai CS here, Volpe being the winner, and 4 best harvests with this. But still, look at this 3 line, lots of 3s, able to stick in a ride line returner as well. 2 bosuns, like okay. But yeah, able to stick. What is this? This Sendai? Is a Sendai a specific crit? Yeah, interesting one. This is a bit of a difference, but it's still within parameters, right? These little text, these little changes in numbers make it like, you know, so it's better for the current meta that you're playing in. So very, very cool. I think they've got like a second place as well. Second is like Bastion, and then, you know, 3 is like Chronojet. So they didn't really give the deck list there. Kevin Hardy at the Shop Challenge Raku, right? Came 3rd place with the Gandeeva. So this is English Gandeeva, also running a, you know, look at this mat, top 3 mat, very cool, right? And then, oh, he pulled a, but this isn't hollow. So he pulled one of those full art Sentinels, Sanctuaries, but that doesn't look hollow. So, all right. Vanguard Semarang locals. So Gandeeva just pretty much beat everyone. If you look here, look at the numbers. 1st place Gandeeva, 2nd place Marco, 3rd place TD with Gandeeva. First was Kevin, sorry, and then 4th place was Ravi with the Hexaorb. And let's look at just some of the decks. So here we, oh, this is, you know, Japanese build, right? This is Japanese meta. And you got the 2 of the new grade 3s. Only 2 of them, wanting to run with 2 bosuns. Also running, I think, Brania, right? This one really has fallen out of favor a lot, though. So seeing one of this is interesting. And still running the what you call it, the Bavs Saga, right? And that's interesting. I know a lot of people have taken that out just to get more space. But, you know, it looks like Kavan decided to keep it in. And in 2nd place was that jet list. And you can see, you know, well, recently in English, our jet got restricted for some reason, even though it's not the best deck anymore. But here's some ways from the Japanese side that you can build it now, which is like a bit of a difference, right? But it is what it is, right? It is what it is now. So pretty cool. Derp Toys Stop PTCC Vanguard Tournament, and this is the 3rd runner-up, was just the Gandeeva, running 4 best harvests there, right? And 3 bosuns. This is 3 bosuns. Okay. And then Robert Morton, top 4 Gandeeva list from KSC at 1K overdress event yesterday. And this is just straight up the English build, like straight up the English build. No Brachioforce, right? No Brachio. I feel like, you know, Japanese side is slowly edging towards the Brachioforce. I think this is where the English format should be going. They should be heading more into Brachioforce, just because we have, you know, the Wilistas coming up that is just like such a strong deck. You need to be able to pressure early. This might be a bit too slow, I feel like, you know, when you're heading into the big tournaments where everyone is playing more meta. This might be a bit too slow. So, you know, invest in Brachioforce. Like JC Alexandria was sticking 2 in, top 4 in the Austin Shop Challenge. Deck performed really well. I will probably change the counter heal, even though it came up against 2 Hexaorbs. So yeah, I guess the changes in the heals, it's the counter heals at the moment, I feel like are a bit iffy. Right, you know, it depends on the meta. You know, you've got Gandeevas, but it doesn't work against Wilista, and you know, you could just run the normal 15k shields. I think is fine too. But yeah, pretty cool. Another one, Bavs Saga ride line as well. Okay. And then Leezus Lee, TT Zone, I guess, Vanguard Standard Tournament. Another Gandeeva for 3 mirrors Lamau. Well, I mean, I guess your meta is Gandeeva, right? Wait till you see the Wilista metas. Those are pretty crazy. But yeah, first play 3 Gandeeva. Okay. And but this is JP meta, right? So you have the new grade 3 as well. So you can stick it a 4-bit or somewhere, and I think it's just really nice. You just build a field like that, right? And yeah, Bushi Navi. All right, cool. Romantic Roll Alliance Games BCS Standard Shop Challenge. Went 2nd, lost to Wilista in final because of the time rule. Thanks to my sensei teaching me how to use the deck more properly. Thanks to my deck and all my opponents as well. Really enjoyed the day. How do you lose to Wilista in time, right? I feel like at some point people just die because like the numbers hit so big, right? So yeah, interesting. Lost to time. It's still running the Brigani as well, but Brachioforce, right? Got into the Brachioforce meta already, so that's pretty good. And then lastly, we have I think this is from Discord. So this one is a Moose Cake BD Card Shop Weekly Shop Tournament. First place was Bernard. and they were just running the new Gandeeva from set 12. And then second place was a Chronojet, and third was, I think, Messiah. So a Messiah. So yeah, all right. Very nice, very nice. Then moving on to Dark States of the Bruce. So one Bruce list, Bruce's Rejoice, right? Just really, I don't think it's really got enough support. But then again, I guess Danji has been not doing much in the anime, so they get nothing, right? So unlucky. Bruce. Kheios though. Kheios has been really showing up in tournaments. We don't see much of locals for sure, but you know, everyone's playing. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people are considering it as a third deck at the WGP. So you kind of see it there quite a bit. So pretty nice to see. Drajeweled, this is from Radiant Vanguard, Hermelin, Ulst, Santa Locals, and Pooses. Do we have? Yes, we do. Right? Everyone's got the Impusa. If you see the Impusa prices now, they're actually like what, $50 each in English. People are riding this hype train to the moon. This was Grant Me Wings playing the Drajeweled, right? And yeah, got the 3 mask build. Do we have any of the mask searches? No. So just gonna straight up just draw into them, right? I think we've seen these kind of builds before. It works. It's got the full 4/4 as well for the Drajeweled line. And yeah, the Swirler and the Gungaram combo just to kind of soul charge and draw cards. So very cool. Second place was Delu with Hexaorb, right? And third was Vailord Drachma with Gandeeva. Right, unlucky. Just can't beat the Drajeweled this time. Yeah, Chronojet. So there's like no Chronojets anymore. Everyone has jumped off the Chronojet train. Just how it is, right? Because there's better decks out there. I don't know why it got hit in English because everyone's already jumped off it, right? But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. This is a Japanese list. Daryl Kwan though played War Games weekly tournament, used Chronojet and came third place, right? And that's good. Actually lost to Dote. Which is I mean, if Dote does what Dote does, you just don't win, right? And then definitely not many Dragons in weekly standard tournaments. First place was Many with the Chronojet. Second was Oscar with Gandeeva. Third was Bastion, and fourth was Sergio with the Flagburg. And yeah, if you want the deck codes, is there. But it would be nice if you guys got the deck picks. All right, deck picks would be cool. All right, take a nice photo, not just deck log, deck picks. All right, cool. Astra Unica. All right, so a couple of them. It's just like two Astra Unicas. Main highlight of the deck is this Sophie Bell Crit Trigger. Right, the most important card in the entire deck. It looks nice, helps your main engine work, and that's it. Four for you. I know I've heard like a lot of people just complain that Unica's like, why do people say Unica sucks? Because it's just not good. That's the reality. It does what other decks do, but less good. Let's put it that way, right? Let's put it that way. Just, it needs support. It 100% needs support, right? It needs to hit bigger numbers. It needs maybe more attacks. It needs something that makes it unique from everything else. That's just the harsh reality. Cordiati, Australia Biko, 3-1 Curse reporting in, losing to Crest. Still feels a bit unfair when I'm retiring 2-3 units per turn and using clean sweep on the rest, but they can still make 30k columns by calling triggers. Yeah, it is unfair, right? And if you're talking about Gandeeva, they hit bigger columns than you. They do 4 attacks, right? They also retire all your stuff. So you're retiring 2 and 3 units. They can retire like 2 and 3 units and then draw a card for every single one, right? So like that's the deck diff right there. Okay, that's the deck diff right there. Okay, so that's why Biko feels kind of sad. But congrats, 3-1 is still pretty good, right? Still good. Losing Gandeeva, best deck in the format. It's the best deck for a reason, right? Unlucky, right? Unlucky. Ominagruzio, quite a few of them show up this week in Japan, which is pretty crazy. I think we're pretty much stuck between choosing, do we want to cycle, right? Do we want to plus and cycle? Or do we want to plus and Gungaram? I guess, yeah. So we're stuck between plussing, and then where's the card that I want to talk about? This person's not running. This one's running actually the entire like cycle kind of thing. But do we run? Still haven't gone there yet. Do we run? Okay, this guy's on Cycler, so I guess, you know, we're halfway through. A lot of people are liking plussing more because that's what we're missing from the deck. But do we continue? Oh, what is this? What is this one? Okay, so this one's also on the Blitz. So okay, so it's not the Blitz, but it's like the order engine, all right? And then here is just another Cycler, and then lastly we have Saw JH the Iron. Corindo VG20 came first place with Uminagruzio, lost to Blue OT recurring PG, pressed Vitra, the snake goddess, for the win. But this one is running clean sweep, so 2 clean sweeps. So I've been talking about a lot of plussing. So plussing definitely seems to be the plot, but yeah, they're also running the cycler too. So, you know, it's really up to you. Cycler, I think cycler is just the main go-to right now. It just does everything you need. You can plus early, or you can plus late and get you important cards, and then put in some cards that you like. So, clean sweep's pretty good. You know, any of the checks, I guess, is okay. Is this only 3 Ominagruzio? Okay. Interesting, but came first. Right, it is what it is. Moving on, we're on to Bastions. So Bastion meta is pretty straightforward. This is it Knack? No, it's not Knack. It's not Knack. Okay. I was like, wow, I got a Knack card. Bastion, very popular again, very easy deck, very straightforward to build. Right, get the old stuff, put in the new stuff, put in 3 Darkstrain. You're very good to go. Quite a few of these lists as well, just because, again, it's considered one of the stronger decks in the format. The new PR is insane. I've been talking about it every single week. I can't believe I was in Japan and these cards were like 6,000 yen each. This for each. So this is like a 24k pile right there, right? 24k right there. You just go to locals and try to crack the... Oh, no, you can't. These are like the Bushi monthlies, right? So you can't even get... It's just an insane card. It's so pushed. Like, it's pushed beyond belief. Like... If you want to build Bastion, you are, if you don't have this guy, you are unlucky, right? You're unable to build it. That's actually true. But luckily for us, a lot of the Bastion decks are pretty similar, right? Quite a few, everyone's still in the Prime line, right? I feel like they should lower the Prime line though, because you just got a straight up searchable way to get Prime. And you have so many ways of like kind of going through your deck. So I feel like 4 Prime is not correct. 2 Prime, I like 2 Prime, right? 2 Prime is like, I feel like it's where it should be. 2 or 3. Like if you're really scared of never hitting a Prime when you need it, okay, 3 Prime I can understand, but 2 Prime I think is legit, because like the moment you draw the Prime, it's pretty hard for you to miss, you know, miss your like triple drive. I mean, it happens, but you know, the less primes you have, the higher chance you have in just hitting and going. Sages is still like not insanely popular. You see them once in a while, but I think a lot of decks just choose not to run them. Feel like you just don't need them. People are running Fork over, but at the same time, I think there's high poster list with the Fork. So when Miltai posts something, a lot of people respond in kind. All right, it's 4 Forks, but extra drive check is good, right? It's like, not gonna lie, extra drive check is still like, it's straight up like +1, right? So more pressure. John Tan, top 1 in Akiba Station local card shop, and running a Bastion. All right, so very cool, very cool. Actually going with the Sages instead though, instead of the Fork. So pretty nice. Benjamin Soon, TTC 120, 5th again. All right, unlucky, bubbled out of that top 4. Lagrill came in handy a few. Lagrill, right? You can actually with the full crazy mode, right? Accord, and then, you know, more drive checks, and then Lagrill, more drive checks. Okay, I can respect that. And then Adelgo, Games of Concord Standard Shop Challenge, and you know, lost in top 8, unfortunately, to agreed on, but running a few different stuff. So we've got the full field booster, more booster, Sages. I mean, this is English. This is not even a chord. This is just normal Bastion. Okay, I can see that. Well, had a good run then. So congrats. 1 Hexaorb from New York Hard Fight. This was Vaughn, right? From Silk Road Gaming. Vaughn back again. OTT for life, right? This is the new age OTT. So Vaughn back on Hexaorb. Congratulations, all right? So we got Reiji here at Sandwich Lounge's Friday night with a top 4. Right, made top 4, running 4 languages equals power. So the red OT slaps hard. Okay, 4 languages. Which one's the language? I'm actually really. Is it this girl? She's the boosty girl, right? 15k booster. Actually, yeah. So Youthberk. What do you replace in this? I now forgot what is actually run in Youthberk. Right, because you already have a 10k booster, but I guess she's like a 15k booster, so she boosts better. What are you running? What'd you cut in Youthberk now? I kind of forget. It's actually crazy. Wow, did you just not run the new grade 2? That's like 15k? Oh, I mean, this guy's like 15k, right? Like, it's like the Garmol. I guess you don't run the Garmol grade 2, right? I heard he's not very good anyway. Just run. I mean, you got only 2 Schneisels, so I guess that's where you start cutting stuff. Like, I guess that's fine, right? Just run this girl, 15k boost or something like that. So cool. And then the red OT, of course that slaps hard, right? Congrats there, AG. So Melvin TZG here, top deck trading VG standard tournament, right? Decided to play around with old school stuff this week. Could have won the Munichika matchup if it wasn't turn 2 T plus crit. Please nerf tokens. Well, apart from the turn 2 T plus crit, Munichika is like, I just feel like everything in Token Rumble is pretty pushed, right? If I could play Token Rumble in English, I'd be playing it because it's actually like I think it's like a tier 1 deck. Right, show up a tier 1 deck, but you know, all these Youthberk players picking up their decks and wanting to go back and play it, right? And this is where it is, Youthberk. So good job, Melvin. Maybe next week you'll be playing a meta deck, Token Ramu, right? That's where the fun is. And then lastly, we have a I've got to small this Youthberk Discord list here. Here we go, right? So this was from T. Just T dot dot dot. Yeah, just T triple dot. Went 4-0 and got first place at Enchantment Alley piloting Youthberk. I should probably adjust my ratios at some point, right? What ratios do you need? You need the 50k booster? I guess you just maybe get rid of the Zest, right? The Zest, you need one more Tempest. And I think the deck should be good. Is that expensive still? The Tempest is still really, really high, right? I think Tempest is like really important, right? Just 4 Tempest, get rid of the Zest. And I think it's nice, right? I think it's nice. Anyway, so good job, T triple dot. Minerva. So onto Minerva. So this is Japanese Minerva. This was really popular. It seems to be popular again, at least. Some of the locals showing it up. This is supposed to be our meta, right? Another tier 1 deck coming out in set 11. Is it 11? Yeah, set 11 in I think a month or so, right? In a month or so. It'll be really interesting to see how this pops off in English, right? I'm very hyped. I want to play some Genesis, right? But we have the PR already, so I think we're nearly good to go. We're basically pretty good to go. We have Chororin again, right? Playing another Minerva deck. Well, actually the same list. He says just another shot with it, right? And it looks like it did it well. So very cool, very cool, right? More Minerva lists to look at. Here we have Makiro, Sentry Box Standard Shop Challenge results. Made second place after top cut, going in with Promolus Minerva. Right, Promolus. Well, we don't have to worry about Promolus Minerva because, well, actually, this is English, so we do have to worry about Promolus Minerva. But soon we don't have to worry about it. All right, actually, no, we don't have to worry about it. We do get Promo, right? But I mean, this is just all Minerva, right? All Minerva, kind of just straight up a higher roller, Overlord deck. It rolls high, hits lower, right? So that's where the promo kind of fixes it. But yeah, if you don't have money to buy promos and just want to play Minerva, it's not like you can't. It's not like you can't. You be more inconsistent, but you can still win games by just going off, right? The Villain, Rowell Standard Tournaments. Finally had time to play 20. It's been so long. Made it to top 4 with just Minerva. And yeah, just straight up, you know, the PR in the new grade 1 just works, right? And then Itsuki Han, Playground, TCU Weekly D Standard. Slightly happy with the result considering I got this list on last Monday. 5 days of practice with DF pay to win videos really helps. So okay, this is a member, is a DF's member, all right? So if you want to get the pay to win videos, go to or is it play to win? P2W is pay to win, right? So if you join the membership, I know he does like first person cams, so if you want to take a look at that, then you know that can maybe help you with the game as well. So you got a thumbs up from Itsuki Han, right, saying the pay to win videos work. The membership videos work, guys. Solarion, so one Solarion again, right? Again, I've mentioned before that there's a big car that just tumbled down the hill. Right, mentioned before that Solarion is a okay deck now. It's not trash. It got support now. It can do 5 attacks. If you want to do 5 attacks with Solarion, I think it's probably really cheap, right? In English, because no one plays it. Give it a try, or just get the cards now, and then when the new set comes out, set 12 comes out. Well, can you even get it now? You can, right? It's set 10. It was like the you can't get it. Everyone forgot about it. It's like it's a set 10 card that everyone forgot. But if you got some new cards, now can do like 5 attacks. So go check it out, invest in it now if you want a 5 attacker. before it goes up in price, because it's English. Hey. Magnolia. So Magnolia here is pretty, like, masked with just a bunch of cards. I don't really know what to say except from that. There's nothing really that new. Surprisingly, this person went just full Elder build and decided, was the previous was mask, right? Yeah, so this is mask. And this was with Elder. I feel like the masks is kind of the same, right, as what Elder does, except I guess, you know, it has triple drive. But you can speed into Elder now. You can speed Elder, so it's not like it's bad. Running just the normal ride line too, which is surprising. A lot of people still run, you know, Zorga ride line. It's because it's better, right? It's straight up better. Jordan Heng, AGC Weekly Japan tournament went X0 with Magnolia Mask overall second in a ranking. And yeah, just they like Stoicheia, right? Like Stoicheia. Look at this, the correct ride line, the Zorga ride line, like we said before, and the mask build, and yeah, just Inlet Pulse, dude. Inlet Pulse. You can trigger a lot of people. People hate people playing Inlet Pulse, except real Stoicheia mains, right? And then just another one here, Magnolia Enjoyer. So this person definitely enjoys Magnolia. Looks like this is just Elder. So this is Elder. I was going, where is the mask? No mask. So it has to be Elder with the Inlet Pulse. Just the old stuff, right? The old stuff. It just works. 4-bit all makes it more consistent. English list looks like lots of enjoyment is to be had because everything is high rarity. So except for the Elders back here, they could be high rarity. Just saying, right? Just saying. So, all right. Congratulations, Stoicheia Enjoyer. All right, X0 with Magnolia. So going very nice. A winner right there. Zorga. So Japanese Zorga lists as well. Just I guess new Misty Arc Habitat is coming out soon as well for English. So it's a nice buff to every single Stoicheia deck. And Zorga's benefit, right? Just free stuff, free cards, thin out the deck a bit. Zorga's strong now. Don't let people say it's not. It's a strong deck. It treads hand. There's multi-attack, which is crazy, except this one, this guy doesn't run Keen Severing, so he doesn't multi-attack. But but like, multi-attack is also kind of overrated at some points, right? I think a lot of people at most run like one Keen, like this person runs like one Keen Severing. A lot of times, you can just get your like 2 roaming Prison Dragons like out really early and just rush them. They just die. Like, they just straight up die. But the Keen Severing does shred a lot of hand though when it goes off. But is this just a thing? Like, this is, well, Andrew. Nego card standard weekly. First place, X0, defensive Zorga greater than aggro Zorga trust. So another Zorga deck not running a Keen Severing. They call it a defensive Zorga, which is interesting. So it's not just one Zorga deck that is like not running Keen Severing. That's, I guess, something to look into. That's a bit weird. I feel like, you know, at least running one Keen Severing is important. But I guess at the same time, if you only have one, you can't really consistently get into your bin that much, I guess. Like one in a deck, although you have ways to like search the top X of your deck, it's still a bit hard. And then we have the Flagburg here as well, one Japanese Flagburg. And a couple of Lianorn. So Chai made top 2 at Toy Links. Standard Shop Challenge with Lianorn Masques. The Mushroom plus the Order to Revive was the MVP. I mean that's why Mushroom is like so expensive, right? It's insanely priced just because getting free stuff is free. And then Zembu, Fortress Games, 72 players for the shop challenge. That's a lot. Came second place with Lianorn Masques, and only lost in the finals against a Zorga Masques. So congratulations, big turnout for the standard there. Moving on, we have the Seraph Snow lists. New PRs. Seraph Snow really pushed it over the edge, but not like dominating fashion because there's just so many good decks now. Two PRs, right? I think this deck is like pretty much all PRs. Like we're getting to a point where it's like all PRs. So grade 2 Macarite, and there's grade 1 Robot, and then the grade 1 like that replaces, you know, Chevel Stud, right? So the everything is this deck is becoming a PR, right? Except for like the grade 3, right? This is actually a really good grade 3 too. But yeah, it's pretty insane. Old Seraph players will really like this deck. I think it's just kind of the same play style but more efficient, but it still suffers from the same issues. Lamin War Games Japanese Vanguard weekly tournament, and then came first place with this. So very good. Very good, right? You got the new 4-bit all as well. Running a bunch of old stuff too, which is pretty interesting, right? Apart from the core stuff. So very nice. And then we're onto the deck that is going off this whole week, right? It's going insane. That is Orfist. So I was surprised when I saw this. The amount of Orfist decks this week is actually crazy. I think there's more Orfists than Gandeevas, I think. So yeah, Gandeeva's throne is like gone, right? It's gone. More Orfist than Bastion as well, I think. So yeah, and these are pretty much just all Japanese decks, right? Because you know the new Orfist is in Japan. I think this is a combination of just like a lot of people realizing this deck is a pretty good third pick for just for like WGP. I was about to say BCS, but it's a good third pick. It's a very straightforward deck, and it's not as bad as people thought it would at the beginning. I remember a lot of people were just saying how bad the deck was, and it just turned out to be okay. It's like an okay deck. So a lot of people testing it, trying it out, and also it's just a very easy deck to get, right? I see a lot of places in Japan, they still have those start decks, right? They're technically limited, so I think it was at like 10k each, but you know, there's still places which have start decks around, so you can literally just buy the start deck, and because the other stuff in set 12 is more expensive than your brand gate things, you just buy the Orfist things, straight up upgrade the deck, and you're pretty much good to go. So for a start deck, a new play deck, this is actually very easy to get into, right? And it's like a much more, it's like the medium tier of like difficulty when it comes to the start decks. Like Grand Grace is probably like the easiest. Family is like the weirdest. This one is pretty much a normal Vanguard deck, right? Except you got a few strange combos that might not be intuitive for a new player, but it's very easy to still pick up. So once they know it, they feel like they're learning the game and can like maximize things and make decisions. So overall, I think that's pretty nice to see, and it's also, it looks really cool, right? You can't deny that, you know, Orfist looks really cool. But we do have like if you've been looking at the scroll rate, right? I mean, slowly scrolling through all the lists. They all look very, very similar too. The only changes will be the number of Ragus you run and the number of orders you run, the number of set orders. So pretty much that. But the rest of the core of the deck is just very, very. It's very simple, you know. Like you know what to build. It's just there. A lot of it comes from, well, you need the start deck, a lot of it from the start deck, and then just a couple from like the main deck as well. So, I mean the main booster. So very, very easy to build. So yeah, a lot of Orfist lists. That's pretty crazy. I have to keep an eye on this deck as well, because I know we've been seeing it in the deluxes, right? And whether there will be a huge jump or not, right, will probably depend on if it makes it into the X0 slot and kills all the diversity stuff. But yeah, definitely interesting to see just this deck really rising up from the ashes. We've got Decade here, went undefeated at locals the other day. I removed one order for Ekolpa to have a better time surviving with one CB turns. And this is just an old Orfist deck. This is just like a Ragus one right now without any of the new support. So yeah, congratulations, Decade. Right, moving on to Ava. So Ava dropped off really, really heavily, but this is Zeren Zephyr. Played in a team charity event today and went 3-0 with Ava. We're back, baby, and that's good. Charity event, good stuff. Always nice to see people participating in these charity events, just to kind of, you know, at least, you know, show Vanguard players are cool people too, right? So good stuff, Zeren. And then he has the other teammate list. They all went 2-1 as well. So we've got the Empusa, Drajeweled one. So very, very cool. And then the other one here is Tamura. So new Tamura list. So very, very nice. So congrats. Thanks for all participating in that charity event. So hope you all had fun. And then casual noob commissions. Ultimate TCG shop challenge first plays with Ava. Solida Sturma is a legit sleeper pick. So which one is the Solide Sturma? We see the Secondal. I guess it's this grade 2. I think this is the one that like top checks like a set order from the top X of the deck, right? So maybe it's that, but you know, Ava, you're one of the 3 Ava lists. Let's put it that way. And then another casual new commission, commissions open, right? Okay. Anyway, ban list. Just point aside, I placed top 4 in Geeks HQ shop challenge yesterday. Looks to work great, lots of fun despite it being 1,000,000 degrees, right? So went second all day, but still won. So went top 4. Lost to Overlord. Going first to Overlord is pretty scary, right? And then we have one Welstra list, one Japanese Welstra list. This is getting more support in the next set, but I think this looks kind of, I don't know. It's still an okay deck, just with nothing insanely OP about it. A couple of Masai decks. So Ayrton, in honor of Shoto Karasu, I played iPhone English edition, or as I call it, Samsung, right? And this went first place at the Guff Ballarat Standard. tournament. Spent $30 on this deck, essentially borrowed Makani. So yeah, that's a good way to do it. Just borrow Makani, borrow the expensive card set. Lots of Nakashima stuff as well. But yeah, just a straight up Masai deck with just some Makanis. Right, easy deck to build. Then Cobra, second buy card confirmed. First place at Geek Headquarters Shop Challenge. So there's a lot of Geek Headquarters coming up. But yeah, just another Masai deck with Makanis. Is it running any of the Hammer Girl grade 2? Maybe? No, I think there's Sacrifice. Oh, you know, it's just right in my face. Right in my face. So yeah, there it is. There it is. But yeah, second buy card. So very, very cool. Right? You get to use, you get a buy at 2 different tournaments. 2 different BCSs. So congrats. And then we have Wilista. I feel like there's like so many Wilista lists this week. There's actually more than Orfist. So this is the most amount of lists we have this week. So there's a few Japanese ones, like, because it's still a good deck in Japan. Wilista is still a good deck in Japan. But we're gonna quickly go to some of the English ones very, very soon. So these and there's pretty much no change. So this is Kagzi. Try out this girl for the first time at locals with 31 people and got top 8 for this. So that's good. But I think he also posted another, like, pretty much the same list, but there was like 60 people at the locals. So it's pretty crazy. Pretty chill today, kind of happy with it, but misplay a lot, right? But technically speaking, right, Wilista kind of, you know, even if you misplay with it, I think it just pops off, right? You draw like a Persona ride and you basically just win the game. You just build a full field and just destroy, right? So Wilista very popular in English. This is the most amount of lyrical I've seen in the English meta for a very, very long time. And I think this is, you know, normally English players kind of iffy about lyrical Bermuda stuff. They're like, it's not as big as Japan, but I feel like this might be bigger than Japan. Right? I think more people are on the Wilista train in English than they are on the Gandeeva train. I think Gandeeva is like really popular in Japan, but you know, Wilista is the one to look out for in English, right? Another Wilista list. I think they're pretty much all like pretty much the same, right? If they're running Ramonas or Trixies, that's the only thing you have to really careful about. But this is Josh, so BCS Shop Challenge, second place. Then we've got Dave Vecht, first place at Gamers Paradise. Still in the grind for the buy cards in preparation for BCS. Well, people probably already know this, but going to try and top as much as possible, even though I already qualified and stuff. Right, still wants to win, wants to keep on winning. Mr. Vecht, the world champion for premium, right? And then Koa from Vietnam, 61 players, right, with An Vu, first place with the Wilista list. But then we have Hong Tan with the Wilista list in second place. Then Nat Nam with the Hexaorb, and then Hoang Lin with Hexaorb as well in fourth place. So it was like 2 Wilista and then 2 Hexaorb, right? For 61 shop locals, dude. It's crazy. Baka de Bibo, right? 2 weeks in a row. Let's go, right? Another Wilista player, right? Came, is it came first? Looks like came first, right? All win, full win. So congratulations. Card fight, Veracruz. El Momento Liego con ustedes el top 4. Agradecemos el esfuerzo. I really push it. But the first place was Ponce with Wilista. Alright. Ponce came first. Alejandro came second with the Flagburg. But then third was Guillermo with Wilista. And then fourth was Ricardo with Overlord. Right? So, man, Wilista take no where's the Gandeevas? Where's the Gandeevas? Right? And then Daryl Kwan. So I think Daryl Kwan posted his like weekly list of a bunch of tops. So this was third place at War Games, right? With this is a Chronojet. So you can go away for this one. We already shown this one. Okay, so here we go. New York card fight. Thursday's win at next level was Danny with Wilista. And yes, Wilista good is what it says. So running just Ramona. Then here's Daryl Kwan again. Okay, here it is. So TT Zone weekly tournament came first place with Wilista, right? Ramona, Wilista, no Trixie. Okay, yeah, there it is. With also Rekius. Yeah, very satisfied with overall performance. Very cool. But then here's another one. Oh no, actually no. Did we skip it? Is it just down the levels? We'll see. Through Doc Vanguard CS. Here's the result of 12th Through Doc CS. First place was Din Viet on Quan with Wilista, right? And then second was My Hong Lin with Hexaorb. And then third was Duong Bo Sat with Chronojet Dragon. And then fourth was Ledian Than Tong with Messiah. So I think that tied third place, actually. Tied third place. So yeah, very, very cool. And then Ootman played KSC's OD and no OG Prem tournaments this weekend and got second in standard with Wilista. And then Bugs is later, right? Huge shout outs to Slayer Cards and all the judges for a super smooth event and an amazing time all around. With just this, here's the Wilista list for now, right? We'll continue with the premium one later. Way with TT Zone Vanguard standard. Daryl Quan first place with the Wilista, right? So here it is. Here's the other Daryl Quan list, and then Alistair with Wilista as well, right? Well, here's more Daryl Quan Game Academia as well with Wilista. It's a first place here. And another one at War Games. I think, do we do extra purses? I think this is like a repeat, right? War Games again. And then Sentinel Games, 4th place with Wilista. So I think he hoards a bunch of lists, results, and then just posts them all at the same time. So you just see a bunch of them. But they're all the same deck, right? I guess it saves him from having to take a photo every single time he tops, right? Just use the same one. Vanguard Guild Solo, right? First place was Hakim with Wilista. Second was Reza with Lornroll. Third was Danny with Wilista. And fourth was Hans with Biko. So all girls, right? All girls. Yeah, congrats. Oh, there's some nice pics. The place. And yeah, there it is. There it is. And then here's Barney the Rats, first place shop challenge at Alliance Games. It was such a grind to get there, and I went first in pretty much all my games. That was pretty good. Pretty sure I saw 10x more cyclists than marked on the day. 104 Elvira, but didn't have. Barney playing non-Bastion deck is actually crazy, right? Playing Wilista, what happened to you, mate? What happened to you? A mermaid deck? Bruh. Bruh. But congrats on the win, right? Wins the buy card, so in standard, free win on the first round. So congrats. And then KSC Crow came 6th place at KSC, 1k in standard and 5th in premium. Overall, I'm glad I've been able to stay consistent ever since events have been back running. Topping winning last year's BCS, top 3 at Worlds, and top 3 at Summer's Worst Days, and top KSC events too. That's right, staying consistent is very, very important. And, Crow's always consistent, right? Always consistent. And then lastly, we just have one other Wilista deck from Japan. And that's, yeah, so many Wilista decks. It's incredible. I don't know what to say, right? I'll be interested to see. Your BRO standard is coming up. I'll be interested to see if we have more Wilista decks or more Gandeeva decks, right? That will be the thing to look out for. Then for Lyrical 2, we have Matt, another weekly Discord tourney, and I won this week with Fortia. Right, going 3-0, was mainly doing this to test out Stolas and how she worked, but the games didn't last long enough to need her as Fortia's grade 2 turn is dumb. Thanks as always for Forestinis, CC Yellow. And then we have one Michu deck from German, Argentina Tournament Circuit Overdress format with, I'm the organizer. Congratulations to player Nicole with Michu for playing for the first place, and to everyone for participating. Had a great time. So here it is, right? Michu list. Haven't seen one in a while. It's been all Lutetia. It's been all Lutetia, but Michu's still okay. Right? It's still a good deck. All right. So we have Gotoubun, right? So this is the new collab from the new set. There's like 3 Gotoubun decks that are decent. Well, actually, I think it's like 2, right? And Yospa's like the fun deck. But you really shouldn't play these decks with normal decks, because I think you just get destroyed. But luckily for this Japanese player, didn't get destroyed. They won with Yotspa. So this is the alternate WinCon one. So pretty cool. I think I like bought a bunch of these collab decks just to like test out, have fun with. So maybe we'll see some videos for this. Miku's one of the good ones, right? Just does like a bunch of attacks with a bit of power, like a decent amount of power, right? And then we also got another Yotspa one. So actually quite surprising. I think a lot of people have been rating the Itsuki deck also very strongly. But I think everyone just wants to try the Yotspa one because it's like fun, Like also win cards are always fun. And Nino. So Nino's like, I think the 4th sister right now. The 4th good deck. It's Draconic Descendant, right? And then lastly, we've got Chororin with Hobby Station, Osu Banshoji, and used Itsuki. So, okay, got the Itsuki list, right? This is the one. It's just a restander. And they're running Zorga for extra drive, right? Extra drive check. Also got the Mushroom, right? So, yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. You just want to hit, I think with this deck, you want to hit 7 ASAP, and then you go like, you become a 3 drive restander with -2 drive. So it's like a 3-1. But your front row also gets pretty big, and it's actually one of the more decent ones out there. All right, so very cool, very cool. Then we have the meta series. This is the Mikazuki, right? Oh, this deck is crazy good. All right, I actually bought this deck, and I don't see how it's bad. Right, I don't see how it's bad. Like, you check top deck for no reason. You like do multi attacks. You put on a lot of pressure early. It's insane. It's really insane. Like, I feel like they're pushing collab decks to be like kind of a high tier difficulty level. There's like a lot of things they can do. Like if you compare it with like Ebisu and things like that. It makes them relevant for a very long time. It kind of rewards you as well for like deck building and you know, knowing how to play the deck, because it's not one of those simple decks. It's kind of weird, right? You'd think a collab deck will be like a simple deck to get into, but a lot of these decks just aren't that simple. I mean, there are simple builds out there, right? I guess that you can try, but like for example, this deck I feel like is the slightly more difficult deck to kind of get your head around. Like it's got a lot of like minute small combos that you can maximize to make strong. So I do that's another reason why I like this deck quite a lot, and just kind of rewards like being agile with your plays. And then lastly, you have actually it's still an Ebisu deck, so you know, the collab dream is not dead. There's all of D this week, right? Moving on, we have like V and Premium, so let's kind of get into that. So we have a few. This is an Iroha fan here, so nice. Japanese Jewel Knight deck, right? Focus on the Salome instead. I know a lot of people are focusing on Ashley though. Ashley reverse is like OP strong. But we have Makiro here. So top deck games, V Premium Shop Challenge. Secure first place and secure buy card with Jewel Knights. And you can see here the 4 Ashley, 3 of the OG Ashley. Not even a Salome, right? No more Salome. Like screw Salome, right? So yeah, congratulations there with the buy card. And then we have Tyler Yu. Alright, good old Tyler, what's up, mate? Treasure Chest Shop Challenge V-Prim tournaments. Last Shop Challenge that I will be attending in my area for the season, but got another W with Seaman. Alright, I mean, Seaman was very strong. Let's put it that way. Arvin Elias Putra, first place at Shop Challenge V-Prim in Toys Bar. Alright, played, looks like it's Ange. Just beat everyone. Beat Luan in the finals, so well-deserved Shop Challenge win. And then we have a Japanese Cecilia deck, Musketeer deck. So Cecilia reverse, right? So, okay, cool. Free Prem in Japan. Always nice to see. But then already moving on to Premium. So here's Robert Morton. Here's my first place list from KSC Premium. No OT tournaments. But if you do want to put in the OT, just replace, like, I don't know, like one of these crits. Or I think one of these crits is correct, right? But running, like, Vanquisher. I'm not sure if this was bandless applied. But it's running a Vanquisher, no Bronto, but going Sweep Command, right? So that's pretty interesting to see. Old Vanquisher as well, just to get that, because it looks like they are playing new History Collection format with the, the Harmonics Messiah, right? So running this with Sweep Command is pretty interesting. Looks like you can just like generate a bunch of Excels, and then go into a Sweep Command for even more Excels, and just kind of like, I guess, just exterminate, right? So pretty cool. And then we got Charles Tar, one of my first challenge with Tachikaze, right? And then here's the Tachikaze list. It's kind of looks like an Anger Blader list. 3 Anger Blader with 2 of the, I think, is it the Raptor? Spino Driver, my bad. 2 Spino, but 3 Anger Blader, right? So, okay, that's interesting. So here we have Barrel, got second place at 88 Cardhouse Premium Shop Challenge last night with Victor. From a lot better than I was expecting, beat 2 Steam Maidens by dealing 5 to 6 damage in 1 turn. Last picture was the aftermath of one of those games. I was running out of dice. So this deck, you guys might have forgot, right? You might have thought I forgot, but no, this one's the top D of the week, right? The top deck. Pretty cool, right? Look at this deck. It is your old Victor deck, but now, you know, you straight up get like Excel, like 2 Excel 2s, right? From your good old Victor. You still get to run like Victor with like a decent on stride, all right? And then you have a lot of things to kind of just restand your field, or like, you know, make multi attacks. And here's a stride deck, as you can see, you know, History Collection format. But then you look at this, right? Boom. Look at all these dice. Running out of dice for sure, right? But then you get to do the super restand with the Victor, with the I think it's the restanding victor. I forgot the name now. I forgot the name. It's like it's so long. That was like your old WinCon back then, right? That was your old WinCon. You like restand like 20 times with him, and then just like discard your whole hand, right? Discard your whole hand, but you keep on restanding, killing. That was fun, right? That was fun. Screw Busted, right? Busted ruin everything. But yeah, this is against the top D of the format. It was between this and the Stream Command list. You know, you don't see Nova Grapplers as much. You see Nova Grapplers in Asia, all right? Maybe not in America as much. You see it a lot in Asia. Always the one or two Nova Grapplers, but you know, it's always good to see them at least getting some stuff, right? Getting some stuff. So congratulations, Barrel. Not second place, but it's close enough, right? It's close enough. But yeah, you get the top D of the week, all right? Next we have is Dave Vecht again, first place in Shop Challenge Premium at Speed Toys. Day after the release of History Collection, was surprised by how many people had Messiah, 9 out of 10 players. Sad to see a cool deck go, but it was time to invent more and more on GC. Hope to invent something for BCS. Alright, got a lot of time to invent, so good luck there. But I still came first, right? Still came first out of all the Messiah lists. New York Card Fight. Sunday's winner of Premium Shop Challenge at Card Quest Inc. was Andrew with Dark Recklers. Make Shaharot good, please. And variant drag form sucks. Right? But you know, why would you go Shaharot when you have NLK? Right? NLK is the man. Right? It's to do everything pretty much. Just kill. Why bother with like getting 2 protects when you get 1 protect and win the game? Just think about it. Just think about that, right? And then here is a Japanese Bermuda list. So I guess they have to get with Loris, right? I think everyone's like going, Loris sucks. Who is she again? But you know, Japanese players need to get the premium in line, get ready to play premium, because they do have some of the WGP deluxes in premium. So that'll be pretty interesting to see what ideas they come up with, right? And then last I got Ootman. So this is Ootman's 14th place, you know, premium list with Mega Colony, right? With the new History Collection. As you can see, this is what people are hyping, right? Please ban Gridora OP. We need bans. This is what they're saying is, you know, you should fear this. You should fear this. It's the Gridoras. It's the Mega Colonies. The bugs are here again. All right. So congrats, Ootman. And then Cheryl, Good Guy Games Shop Challenge. This was, well, first place was the Milcolia, was Jovan, right? But I can't actually see this. This is pretty blurry, right? This is blurry. But the second place this was, so okay, I don't really understand. So Jovan won with Milcolio, which was Cheryal's deck, and then runner-up was me, which I assume is Cheryl, running Belly, which was Weirab's deck, and then he forgot to put an Elementarian. So. Are you just running three nulls? Is it? Okay, only 3 nulls. Nice. Okay. Or did you run the null but just forgot to put it in this picture? It's we can actually see the other deck better here than on their own deck. Like, look at this. All right. And then lastly, you got Kheios, Devlin Cassidy got top 16 this weekend at Kingsley Cards, no OT tournament for premium. So happy we got 52 players and was able to get 10th. Darkface is crazy good, and already see how I want to change my list. See you all at the 2K. There we go. Another Mega Colony list. Everyone's saying Mega Colony is the GOAT. Like, it's broken. So we'll see. We'll see soon, right? BCS is coming soon, so I expect this to be everywhere in America, at least. So that is it for this week, right? These are all the lists, right, that we see. Here's the winning one of the week, the winningest. Well, not the winningest, but the most interesting. It's all bias, right? It's my bias, Kelvin's bias. You know what player Kelvin is? What his first deck was Nova Grapplers. So think about it. Think about why they won, right? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the comments below. If you want to submit decks, hashtag VG Top Decks. We will. You can put on Twitter. We'll see it. We'll put it in. But if you don't have Twitter, you can put it on Discord. But we do prefer Twitter, so just hopefully put it on Twitter, right? That's it for me this week. Thank you all for submitting the lists, right? We'll see what happens next week, but we'll see you again soon, right?